Welcome to your first PowerPoint in the series of PowerPoints for our matter unit. Our focus for this PowerPoint will be atoms, what an atom is, the parts and pieces that make up an atom, and how to look at a periodic table in that element tile. By the time we finish our PowerPoint, we should be able to answer the following essential questions. What is the basic structure of an atom? Which subatomic particles are electrically charged? Where are the three main subatomic particles located? And how do protons determine an atom's identity? So we start with, well, what is an atom? Atoms are the basic building blocks of all things, of all matter. Everything is made of an atom, from the hair on your head to the nails on your fingers and toes and the chair you're sitting on. Atoms are also the basic unit of a chemical element. For example, if you break the element gold down to its atomic structure, they are all gold atoms. All atoms have three main or basic parts: protons, neutrons, and electrons. And these are also called our subatomic particles. So how do we put atoms together? Well, as you can see in the picture, there's the nucleus of the atom, the middle, the inside of the atom. And then there is this space around the outside of the nucleus. Inside the nucleus, we have all of the atoms, protons and neutrons. And then this space outside of the nucleus is referred to as the electron cloud, and this is where our electrons live. Starting with protons. Protons, as pointed out in the picture, are located in the nucleus of the atom, and they contain a positive charge. The atomic number that we see on the periodic table of elements tells us how many protons that particular element has. In other words, it helps to determine that element's identity. No two elements on the periodic table are the same. Neutrons are neutral. They have no charge. They are also located inside the nucleus. The number of neutrons is not always the same number as the number of protons. And then we have electrons. Electrons carry a negative charge. They are located outside of the nucleus in a space called the electron cloud. And if an atom is considered neutral, the number of protons and the number of electrons are equal. So all of the positive charge is equal to all of the negative charge. You're seeing here is a picture of the periodic table of elements. And this shows all of the different elements that we've been able to identify here on Earth. And just remember that an atom is that basic unit of every element. So let's take a look at an element tile. Hopefully you're able to recall this information from when we did this unit. So the elements or the atom's name, in this case, we're looking at the element nitrogen. The chemical symbol is listed here with the element name right underneath it. We can tell by the atomic number that this element nitrogen has 7 protons. So the number of protons is the same number as the atomic number. If you know the atomic number, then you know how many protons that element or that atom has. For nitrogen, the atomic mass, the number down here at the bottom, is 14. And our atomic mass is the number of protons and neutrons that that element has. How do we determine that? If you recall, when we were doing this unit, we take our atomic mass down here and we round that number to the whole number, and then we subtract the number of protons that element or that atom has, and that will give us the number of neutrons. How do we know how many electrons we have? Well, we know how many electrons we have just by looking here at this atomic number. If we know the atomic number, then we know how many protons and electrons that an atom or element has. And that's all we have for this week. Stay tuned for next week.